Hey, welcome. Today we're going to explore a really powerful way to think about a spiritual practice many of us know well. We're calling this one the roadmap home. So, let's just dive right in. I want to start with a question that honestly gets right to the heart of everything we're talking about today. Are we just trying to finish the book, or are we actually letting the book finish its work in us? Think about that for a second. It's a small change in words, but a huge change in perspective.
You know, for so many of us, especially during Ramadan, our relationship with the Quran can start to feel, well, like a race. It's this yearly sprint, this rush to get to the end.
And you know exactly what this race mindset looks like, right? You find yourself constantly counting the pages you have left. You're bookmarking your progress by the Jews, ticking them off a list. And you're just rushing, pushing to hit that final Amin on the very last night. The whole focus just becomes about completion.
And look, let's be really clear here. There is so much beauty in that devotion. That dedication is incredible. But you have to ask the question, in our rush to cross the finish line, are we maybe, just maybe, missing the whole point of the journey? This right here, this quote just nails it. Imagine you're completely lost in the dark, and somebody hands you a map. You wouldn't brag about how fast you read it, would you? Of course not. You'd use it to find your way out. Bragging about how quickly you read the map while you're still lost, it just sounds absurd when you put it like that. So you can really see the two different ways of thinking here. On one side, you've got the race. It's all about finishing the book, counting the pages, just rushing through. But on the other side, you have the journey. And that's about letting the book finish you, about finding real meaning, and about pausing to actually reflect on what you're reading. It's a total shift from quantity to quality.
Okay, so this brings us to this amazing new perspective. What if we saw the Quran not as a text we have to conquer, but as our own personal roadmap? What if we shifted from just reading it to having a conversation with it?
So what exactly do we mean by a personal roadmap? Well, it means seeing the revelation as this living, breathing guide that's talking directly to you about your life right here, right now. It's not just some old historical text or a checklist to get through. It's for you.
Take a look at this verse. And he found you lost and guided you. Just listen to that. It's such a powerful and deeply personal statement of care and guidance. But here's the absolute key. This isn't just talking about something that happened a long time ago. No, it's about you, today, sitting in your room, maybe feeling a little lost, a little bit unsure about what to do next. That verse is speaking directly to that feeling. So if we're going to make this shift, we have to change the questions we ask ourselves. The old question, the one from that race mindset, is always, how many pages did I read today? It's all about numbers. I want you to try asking a different question. Instead, ask this. Which verse stopped me in my tracks today? See the difference? This question isn't about volume at all. It's about impact. It's about a real connection.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I actually do it? So let's get super practical. Here are 3 simple ways you can start using this map today.
And the approach is probably a lot simpler than you think. It really just comes down to these 3 things. Step 1, read for resonance. Step 2, ask the question. And step 3, the one-verse rule. So step 1, read for resonance. What does that mean? It means when a verse just hits you differently. You know, maybe it's a verse about mercy and you feel your heart soften, or it's about strength and you suddenly feel inspired. Don't just rush past it. Stay right there. Sit with that feeling. That is your spiritual GPS recalibrating, pointing you exactly where you need to go.
Step 2 is to ask the question. This is huge. Before you even open the book, just take a quiet moment and ask, show me what I need to see today. You're basically setting an intention, turning your reading from a passive act into an active search for guidance.
And finally, step 3, and this one is so important, the one-verse rule. Listen, if you can understand just one single verse so deeply that it actually changes how you think or act tomorrow, you have gained infinitely more than someone who read hundreds of pages but stayed the exact same person. And when you start to do this, it all comes full circle. By changing our approach, we finally begin that real journey home. We start to find the true destination.
So the invitation here is really simple. This Ramadan, or really any time you open the book, let's try to trade that frantic sprint for a mindful stroll. Let's just slow down, look around, and breathe.
And with that, the whole goal changes. The point isn't just to finish the Quran. It's to let the Quran finish its work in you. Let it come into your heart, unpack its bags, and just stay a while.
Let it become a resident, not just a passing visitor.
Because in the end, and this is really the main takeaway from all of this, a map is only useful if it actually leads you home. Its value isn't in how pretty it is or how fast you can read it. Its value is in the guidance it provides.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. If you start treating this book not as a race to be won, but as your own personal map, what kind of journey will it reveal for you?